In this video, we're going to look at how to calculate consumer surplus using a demand curve. So let's say we have a demand curve for a fictional, the demand curve for a fictional town called Apollonia. So let's say demand, let's call this, we have the demand curve for apples. So let's call this demand curve, demand for apples. In our fictional town of Apollonia. Okay, now let's just first of all draw a demand curve. Okay, so this is, let's put the quantity of apples demanded on the x-axis and the price on the y-axis. Let's see, at a price of 3, 0. So this is price per unit. The price of 3, 0 quantities are purchased. At the price of 2, quantity of apple consumed is 5. Okay, so let's say this quantity is measured in hundreds. Okay, at a price of $1, let's say quantity purchase is 1500. So 15, price is $1 at a price of 50 cents. Quantity purchase is 20. So 2000. And finally, at a price of a quarter, let's call this 0.25, and price is a quarter, quantity demanded is 30. Okay, so we join all the points, we get our demand curve for Apple in our fictional town of Apollonia. Alright, so how do we calculate the consumer surplus from this demand curve? Okay, so the consumer surplus basically is the difference between how much you value a good and the price you pay for it. Okay, so in this market for Apple in a town, let's say the unit price of an apple is a quarter, 25 cents. Okay, so everybody who values the apple at 25 cents or a quarter and pays a price of 25 cents does not have any consumer surplus. So if you value a unit of apple at a quarter and the price is a quarter, then your consumer surplus is 0 because how much you value the product is exactly how much you pay. But for everyone else that values the product, the apple, above 25 cents, they have a consumer surplus. So somebody who valued a unit of apple at $2 and pays 25 cents gets a consumer surplus per unit of 2 minus 25. Okay, so we can do that given that this is a continuous demand curve. The consumer surplus is basically this region above the price. Okay, so this is basically a triangle. Okay, so this is a triangle right there. And so we can calculate the consumer surplus. This is just using the area of a triangle. Half, so let's say this is our base. The base here is 30. So half of 30 times height. Let's say the height here, the difference here is 3 minus 0.25. Okay, so times $2.75. Okay, so if you do the calculation, you get 41.25. Okay, so the consumer surplus for apples in Apollonia, okay, is 41.25, $41.25. Okay, so I hope this helps. Thank you for watching and see you on the next one.